Well, welcome back to Let's Play Clannad. So, today, not as in the day of recording, but the day will be uploaded, so might as well put it there then. Well, first character and probably only character from Clannad that I've known, like, their birthday, like, at any point throughout this LP. That is actually, like, people acknowledge it. So today will be Yukine's birthday, the 7th of August, making her 26 technically. It's kind of weird when you think about it, isn't it? It's just like, what? 26 years old? Yeah, because like, born in 1987, because like, when like Clannad was made and all that, that's was like their age at the time kind of thing, I guess. Really, she's not that much older than me. I mean, it's like 4 years and a few months, but that's about it, really. I thought it was going to be a bit older than that, but it's only 4 years.
はい。では早速そうしてみます。
But anyway, a happy birthday to Yukine. I doubt like any other freaking Clannad character within this LP will have their birthday take place with me acknowledging such a thing, really. We could have done that with Akio's one last month, but it was only like a week after that or so that I freaking realized that the freaking actually had birthdays on there. It's like, they actually gave them birthdays? It's just like, you don't even acknowledge most of them in the freaking thing, but that's neat, I guess. I wonder if they probably got the same with Little Busters and stuff like that as well. Maybe I'll acknowledge those when I get around to those LPs as well. A hand dirty with black dust. I watched that hand. At lunchtime I told Yoshino-san about what we had talked about.
自宅出産か。そいつはいいな、岡崎。お前は自覚することになる。人は誰もが一人きりでは生きていけないということ。誰かが誰かを支えて生きていくこと。
You've already told me this.
最後が違うんだよ。聞け。誰かが誰かを支えて生きていくこと。その始まりを岡崎、お前は最初にその手で我が子に伝えてやるんだ。
A hand dirty with black dust. My hand.
お医者さんに相談してきました。
You know, I'm thinking right now with the whole Yukine thing, and I'm just like, you know what? If I feel like it, I might like edit this part like before uploading it, which will be tomorrow technically as I'm recording it. Maybe like get a drawing of Yukine. Yes. What better way for that? You know, to finally freaking draw that character for once, you know? Been freaking ages since I've even drawn anything, really. I think, anyway. What was the last thing I drew? I couldn't remember, really. I think it might have been Fuku, but I'm not entirely sure if I drew anything else after that. Can't really remember. And what did she say?
今の調子が続けば問題ないだろうって言ってくれました。
No, a random thing. When we just like, I think it was all the stuff from my brother's room. We had to like have it out in the garden and sort it out and all that. What's going, what's staying kind of thing. And like, came across some of my old drawings from when I was a kid. Like, maybe like, I don't know how old I was at the time, but quite young, like at least 11 or 12 or something like that. And my art back then is just like, man, it looks cartoony, and then it went to anime style over the freaking time. It's just like, my art style has definitely improved. And then even freaking got like ones from like freaking further back than that, and just like, you know, I've always been like a bit of an artist, haven't I? Even though like that person there has like a giant shoe and the other shoe is smaller, at least it's not a stick person. It's just like, at least I tried, damn it.
それとこれ、助産院のパンフレットです。お医者さんにいただきました。
Though I always remember, like, you know how kids are, you know, in class and all that. You just do random doodles of stick men doing various things. Guns, all that crap. pieces, explosions, just all-out war going on with stickmen on the beaches of what is supposed to be for freaking schoolwork. You know, most people did that, man. Well, some more artistic than others, but I wasn't, like, very artistic at the time, I don't think, because I could only draw stickmen at that point, I guess. Is that so?
ともやくんはどう思いますか？
Well, let's see. If the doctor says it's not a problem, I want to respect your strong desire. I want to hold it with my hands. And with this hand, I want to give my baby its first bath.
はい。
On the next break, let's consult with Pops and Sanisa.
自宅出産だと
While shouting his body listed to the right.
どうだ今のドリフト
Is the game over?
ちあったよレコード更新中だってのに
The power of the game machine had gone out.
でなんだよ
Nagisa's gonna have a home delivery.
自宅出産だと
Did you not hear?
てめえな出産だけでも大変だってのにそれをさらに自宅でしようってか
Yeah.
何のためにだよ金がねえのかそれとも罰ゲームか宗教上の問題か面白出産か
Something entirely different.
じゃあなんだってんだよ
Just what it is. Well, many reasons, really. Well, it was decided by thinking so much I can't really put a word as to why. Nagisa and I just want to. Together we decided on it.
私は賛成です。
あ
Sanai-san appears from the kitchen carrying a tray. Nagisa follows behind her. Seeing her appear, Pops extinguishes his cigarette.
私は隣町の病院でお産しましたけど、なんていうかすぐ渚と引き離されてしまって、病院に任せっきりというか自分の力で産んだって気がしなくて少し寂しかったのを覚えてます。明夫さんが渚を抱いたのも病院の人に抱かれた後だったんですよ。
マジかよ俺が初めてだと思ってたぜ
違います。
くそーでも舐めたのは俺が最初だぜ
そんなことされてたんですか？
Well, that's kind of not the best freaking achievement to have, is it? I was the first person to make fun of you.
まあそれぐらい可愛かったってこった
可愛くてもそんなことしたらダメです。
もう遅えよよしゲームに戻るか
Nope, this conversation's end hasn't come.
なあじゃあこんなのはどうだ早苗と俺も渚の隣に並んで生きんでるんださてどっから生まれてくるでしょう
No, that interesting birth joke hasn't been thought through yet.
自宅出産です。
えそれ面白いか
お父さん、私たち真剣です。
Well said, my wife.
あ
Pops picked up a glass from a line on the desk. On the desk, don't you mean? Oh, what? These lines can confuse me sometimes, and then he drank in one gulp the sake.
あったよ
He lets out a deep breath.
抱いてやれ最初に
Uh,
だがな舐めるのは俺が最初だ
ダメです。舐めるのもともやくんが最初です。
don't think so. I don't want to make fun of it.
あ、そうです。舐めません。
Foolish parents make a foolish child.
こちら八木さん。
ヤギです。はじめまして。
岡崎渚です。はじめまして。よろしくお願いします。
She is the midwife who we will be relying on. She was a classmate of Sanai-san from her school days who recently opened a maternity hospital by herself. When being called a midwife, typically an elderly person is imagined, but as Sanai-san's classmate, she is naturally young. Even so, doesn't Sunai-san herself look really young? Sunai-san's youthfulness really is mysterious.
でしたら初期検診はもうお済みなんですね。
You know, most of the Japanese youthfulness is like a mystery, really. Sort of. It's just like, you see like freaking women in their freaking 40s that still look like they're in their 20s. It's just like, holy shit. And then they get to a certain age and some of them just like, holy shit, that guy looks ancient. It's weird. How like some like kind of like can look, you know, young and then instantly just like appear really old. It's like, you went from looking like you're in your 20s to in your 70s. What the fuck happened? The conversation began by first confirming the basics. Hope that didn't sound racist or anything.
はい、先々週に済ませました。
でしたらこれからいくつかご説明させていただきます。助産婦はあくまでも補助の役目なんです。ですから医療行為はできません。定期的に検診は受けていただくことになります。機械を使っての検診はうちの助産院まで来ていただくことになりますが、それは大丈夫ですか？
はい。
それでここでの出産をご希望とのことですが、
Even though the room is a bit narrow, will it be okay?
お布団が敷けるだけのスペースがあればどこでも大丈夫ですよ。広さは関係ないんです。それよりはお母さんがリラックスできる環境が大事なんですね。
The area doesn't matter. So what if it was on very like uncomfortable kind of area but had enough room then? Would it still be fine?
妊娠中にはいろいろな不安や身体的影響が出ます。それらを和らげて楽しくお産をしていただくために私たちがいるんです。
Okay, now picture this. Someone giving birth and they're surrounded by lava. They're basically near a volcano. And there's just like this one bit of like land that isn't covered in lava and they're able to get the food out on that. Will they still give the childbirth with all that lava flowing around it? All that heat and the potential threat of the lava going in? Would they still go through with that? If they did, then holy shit, that is some dedication to your job.
まだ3ヶ月ですからじっくり考えていただいて結構ですよ。
Well, obviously, you can't just like, you know, at that point, if you're freaking there for whatever reason and lava just suddenly comes around you, there ain't shit you can do when in a situation like that. Midwife's son bows from the driver's seat of her car. We bow back to her. Her car disappears into the narrow alleyway. It seems that she commutes from the neighboring town by car. Maggie says serious, but so is the midwife's son. For the sake of Nagisa's birth, I think everyone is coming together to help her fight on. It somehow resembles... Unintentionally, I remember. Before we noticed there were a lot of supporters in our student days in the club room. Like those days. That day was a day at the maternity center for a medical examination. I took some time off of work so that I could go with her.
渚さん、見えますか？
Nagisa lies on the medical exam table with what looks like the boss of all stethoscopes is placed on her stomach.
はい。
わかりますか？この動いてるのが心臓ですよ。もう頭も大きくなって目や鼻もちゃんとできてるんですよ。お父さんもちゃんと見てあげてくださいね。
I was captivated by the monochrome monitor. Although the display was grainy, it certainly projected a breathing little life.
胎盤も順調に完成しましたから、もう流産の心配もほとんどないですよ。赤ちゃんはこれからすくすくと大きくなるんです。1ヶ月で今の数倍まで大きくなるんです。来月くらいには胎動も始まりますよ。
The two of us walk on the road near twilight. To make sure not to hurt Nagisa's body, we always walk slowly. Quite the endurance our baby has. Although I didn't notice it, because your appearance hasn't really changed.
そうです。小さくてもちゃんと頑張ってるんです。
Until now, I think I didn't feel things were going properly.
そうなんですか？
Well, it is inside Nagisa's stomach, and it's hard to know its true physical condition. I just say I'm kind of like that. I know it's in my head, but my body just fails to follow through. My recent experience at work has it skillfully removed some of my closeness to her.
大丈夫です。
Gently, Nagisa grasped my hand. I returned her grasp.
智也くんが頑張ってるのは私が一番知ってます。だから赤ちゃんもよく知ってるはずです。私と一心同体なんですから。
I guess that's true.
はい。智也くん、見てください。
What is it that you're so happy to show?
ほら、これです。
It sounded so stupid there, the way I said that. Nagisa held out a pamphlet as big as a notepad. A turntable record book? A colorful illustration drawn on the cover, done in a very conscientious way.
この前、検診の時に母子手帳を作ってきてくださいって言われたんです。
Amiga.
それで、役場に交付をお願いしてたんです。今日それが届いたんです。
Ooh. Ooh. Nagisa turned it over and over many times to confirm her accomplishments. Although I know the pages have nothing written on them, I flip through the pages by force of habit.
これから毎日書いていきます。
You ever do that as well? You know, something's like not written in a book, but you go through the pages anyway.
赤ちゃんの記録です。大きくなったらいろんなことがあったよって教えてあげたいです。
I guess that's a good idea. And in like one of the later ones, I have become a giant Malteser. The fetal movements have begun that following month.
お、
Oh wait, no, actually, when your stomach comes out, it could make it say like, "Hey, look, it's a dango." What's wrong?
今動きました。赤ちゃん動きました。胎動です。母親教室で教わったんですけど、その通りでした。勢いよく動いて、お母さんのお腹を蹴ったり、一回転したりしてるんです。
Wonderful revelation.
元気に育ってる証拠です。赤ちゃんはお母さんにそうやって知らせてるんです。ここにいますよって。
Yeah, it's like, I'm here, let me out, it's freaking playing, and it's like, no, it's not time for that yet. Why not? Because you have to wait. Now shut up, you little brat. Nagisa rubbed the important bulge beginning in her stomach. You know, you gotta wonder, like, what it must be like in that. I mean, we've all been, like, in that place before, obviously, but we never really have memory from that. Imagine if we did. That'd be weird as balls. Probably freaking traumatizing as well. Just like, ah, man, you would not want to remember something that far back. I also feel it.
はい、どうぞ。
Nagisa's warm stomach. Inside of it, a life that has already made one rotation grooves. The process in which life is formed, the two of us were experiencing it now.
名前を考えませんか？
It was evening when Nagisa suggested it. That's so. Yeah, we should. Until now, for such a thing to be forgotten.
まだ早いでしょうか？
No, it's okay. It's not too early to think about it. However, we will have to think about both boy and girl names.
智也くんの名前から一文字取りましょうか。
No, doing such a thing like that without thinking isn't good. The baby is already going to get the family name of Okazaki from me. It is just like you changed your family name because I now protect you. When a girl is married, she changes families, as it is then the husband's responsibility to protect her.
そうですか。なら私の名前でも守ってあげたいです。
That's so. Let's do that.
でも私一文字ですから姉妹みたいになってしまいます。
Well, that could be. No matter how much we fought using the character Nagisa, we could never find a name.
渚は浜辺のことです。
That's true.
潮の満ち引きする場所です。
Ah,
だから牛尾というのはどうでしょうか。これだと男の子でも女の子にでも合います。はい、
Ushio.
牛尾です。きっと人生はいろんなことがあります。牛尾は渚から 時には引いて離れることもありますが、でも時が経てばまた満ちてそばに帰ってきます。ずっとそれを繰り返して私は牛を見守っていけます。どうでしょうか？
It's similar to myself, however, I have a different reason for being close. In this long journey of life, Nagisa has experienced more than an average share of joys and sorrows. Thus, such a name is fitting. And with that history, there is no doubt that is the way family should be. When you think about it, a tide has a bigger existence than even a beach.
そうですね。海ですから。
And wraps around just about everything, don't forget. And brings much kindness to people, don't you think?
はい。なってほしいです。
Is she becoming exhausted? As Nagisa speaks, she closes her eyelids. Going to sleep?
はい。
Should I turn out the lights?
はい。
Okazaki Ushio. That will be the name of the child we will raise. From that day on, Nagisa began to call the child that is in her stomach by its name.
しおちゃん。
Nagisa dropped off the EU seeing its name.
呼んでみるとすごく可愛いです。
In other news, I can't read for shit today like yesterday.
しおちゃん。というわけで名前は牛尾に決めました。しおちゃんです。
おお、そうか。しおちゃん、パパだぞ。
嘘ついたらダメです。この子信じてしまいます。
冗談も通じねえのか、てめえの子はよ。お前はじいさんだろって突っ込んでみせろよ。渚使ってでもいいからよ。
Nagisa's stomach is not a cockpit.
しかし、おじいちゃんなんて呼ばれるのか俺は。んなのやだね。
I'm usually how it is, person.
というわけで、俺様はアッキーだ。アッキーと呼ばせよう。最初に覚えさせろよ、このクソ親父。
But why?
私がそのぐらいになった時もたくさん話しかけていましたよ。
あー、だからてめえあの時独り言がやたら多かったのか。
You know this.
このぐらいになると耳もちゃんとできていて外の音が聞き取れるんです。音楽を聴かせてあげるのもいいですよ。
You know, really, when you think about it, being inside there must be absolutely terrifying. You don't know what the hell's going on outside. You're all this stuff, and you're just stuck there in a cramped place, all claustrophobic and all that. You're just like, holy shit! Fuck that! Just like, man, it really would be a traumatizing experience to freaking be able to remember that. And parents' own singing is best. However, with this one's favorite music, I'm not sure how it'll be.
では毎日歌って聞かせます。団子団子って。
What the hell was that?
それはとってもいいことですね。
Well, it would be better if that song were a bit more fashionable. Tomoya, can you just shut up about this whole fashionable bullshit? I get really tired of him saying that. It's like, god damn it, Tomoya, why do you give a shit? It's like if you say, wait, you should like only sing like modern music to it instead of, you know, like music from the past. Because there's plenty of great music from the past, you know. If you're like singing modern music now, it'd be like, it wouldn't be as great. There'd be some great, but there's great from the past. Don't freaking like be close-minded here, Tomoya. There's good from the present, and there's good from the past. And there's shit from either side as well.
はい。というわけでみんなで歌いましょう。
Are you kidding me?
よし、俺がリードボーカルしてやるぜ。小僧、てめえはドラムな。つくちつくち言ってろ。かっけいい。
Please give the father the simplistic part.
わがままなやつだな。じゃああれだ。次の小説の歌詞を教える役。
That's something I don't want to participate in.
団子団子。
Before anyone really became aware, Nagisa began to sing alone.
団子団子。
So nice and then joined in. Before long, all of us joined along. Dango, dango, dango! And with that, everyone brought a happy summer day to a close. That was awkward. Can you imagine a heavy metal version of Dango? Like Asakuya, like, Dango, Dango, Dango. It'd be like really weird. I can't imagine it, to be honest. It was a day of relentless, lingering summer heat. The moment I opened the door, something jumped into my field of view. It was the words, "See you next time." Yes, see you next time, viewers. See you next time.